Okay, welcome back to another episode. Not really an episode, I don't know why I said that, but it's just another part of me reading this book, this Catcher in the Rye. Last time we read to, I think, page 4. This where I think Spencer, Holden's history teacher, started talking about something. So yeah, let's just see how much we can read. Um, what did Dr. Thurmer say to you, boy? I understand you had quite a little chat. Yes, we did. We really did. I was in his office for around 2 hours, I guess. What did he say to you? Oh, well, about life being a game and such. Yeah, life is like a video game, right? I think I sang it wrong. Um, and how you should play it according to the rules. Really? Life has a rule? I probably have been playing it incorrectly then. Look how I fucking turned out. That's he was pretty nice about it. I mean, he didn't hit the ceiling, or what? Hit the ceiling? Is that like a idiom or something? Or is they mean like actually hitting the ceiling? Oh, it is. It's an idiom meaning to become extremely angry. Oh, okay, I see. All right. He just kept talking about life being a game and all, you know. Life is a game, boy. Life is a game that one plays according to the rules. Yes, sir, I know it is. I know it. Man, I don't know. I mean, people say, like you say stuff like this, right? But if life is just a game where you play by the rules, then how come there are, lots of people out there who have different levels of success and different levels of misfortune and whatever? Are they or is it all governed by this rule that you're talking about? You know? If it's that simple, if there's just one like fundamental rubric that everyone can follow, then how come we have not reached like utopia? How come we're not all billionaires by this point? Gain my ass some game. Yeah, exactly. If you get on the side where all the hot shots are, then it's a game. All right, I'll admit that. But if you get on the other side where there aren't any hot shots, then what's a game about it? Nothing. No game. Yeah. Has Dr. Thurmer written to your parents yet? Old Spencer asked me. He said he was going to write them Monday. Have you yourself communicated with them? No, sir, I haven't communicated with them, because I'll probably see them Wednesday night when I get home. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, he's not with his parents. Um, And how do you think they'll take the news? Oh, they haven't known. They don't know that he's been kicked out of his school. Wow, damn. Okay. Uh, they'll be pretty irritated about it. I said, yeah, I would assume, if I got kicked out of my school, I think my mom would probably be, pretty upset about that as well. I don't even know what you did. I mean, but why were you kicked out of your school for? They really will. This is about the fourth school I've gone to. Okay, okay. This guy has been like skipping around for a while. Okay, they probably, you know what? At this point, they're probably used to it. They'll probably just take you to another school and just call it a day. I shook my head. I shake my head quite a lot. Boy, I said. I also say boy quite a lot. Partly because I have a lousy vocabulary and partly because I act quite young for my age sometimes. I don't know. How old is he? I was 16 then and I'm 17 now. Oh, okay. Well, answered. I asked a question and I got an answer. Lovely. And sometimes I act like I'm about 13. Wow, okay. It's really ironic. Cole? Is that... Huh. Is that a real word or is that just... Okay. Because I've only seen ironic, and I think ironic could be used here, but I don't know why he said ironical instead. I thought you had a lousy vocabulary. You're pulling out shit like ironical. What are you on about? Because I'm 6'2", and a half, and I have gray hair. I really do. The one side of my head, the right side, is full of millions of gray hairs. I've had them ever since I was a kid, and yet I still act sometimes like I was only about 12. Everybody says that, especially my father. What a What a strange morphophysiology. Like, what has led to this guy having only half of his hair being gray, other than the fact that he dyed it? I don't know. I think I've heard of this medical condition. I forgot what it's called, where like sometimes people's hair becomes gray or straight up white due to like some genetic cause. But I guess that could be true. But like only one side of your head, that is even more strange. This guy straight up looks like a fucking anime character. He looks like the inside of like a Oreo cookie if you look at it vertically. Yep. It's partly true too, but it isn't all true because, people always think something's all true. I don't give a damn, except that I get bored sometimes when people tell me to act my age. Okay, I see. Well, well, prove it then. I mean, you say that like you don't always act immaturely, but then you say previously that you do. Then you show a more mature side of yourself more often then if you don't want people to think that you should act your age. Sometimes I act a lot older than I am. I really do, but people never notice it. People never notice anything. Okay, well. Sure. Sure then. I don't know. I mean, you said that you were like playing catch with your friends or something. I feel like that's an activity that I wouldn't enjoy when I was 17 or 16. Because like playing catch is maybe fun if either like you're a young kid, or if I don't know, you're a dog or something. But I think at the age of 16, I've grown out of it. Not that I've ever been really into sports, but if you ask me to do something like this, I don't think I would have a lot of fun. Sounds like some sort of this old playground games. Old Spencer started nodding again. He also started picking his nose. Okay, kind of rude and kind of gross as well, kind of unhygienic. He made out like he was only pinching it, but he was really getting that old thumb right in there. I guess he thought it was all right to do because it was only me that was in the room. That's not an all right thing to do. You should not pick your nose while you're talking to someone. I didn't care, except that it's pretty disgusting to watch somebody. Yeah, exactly. Then he said, I had the privilege of meeting your mother and father, your dad, when they had their little chat with Dr. Thurmer some weeks ago. They're good. They're grand people. Okay, good is apparently too lowly for old Spencer over here. I gotta say grand. Yes, they are. They're very nice. Grand. There's a word I really hate. Hey, there you go. All right, there we are. Holden. It's a phony. I could puke every time I hear it. Then all of a sudden, old Spencer looked like he had something very good. Yeah, or very grand, right? Something sharp as a tack to say to me. He sat up more in his chair and sort of moved around. It was a false alarm though. Okay, he had to fart. Okay. All he did was lift the Atlantic Monthly off his lap and try to chuck it on the bed next to me. He missed it. It was only about 2 inches away, but he missed it, and well, he's old. He's like his motorics aren't as good as they were. You know, you can't complain about stuff like that. I got up and picked it up and put it down on the bed. All of a sudden, I wanted to get the hell out of the room. Why? I could feel a terrific. Oh, okay. He got the yap. He got the yapping sense. He's sensing that he's gonna yap the shit out of him. I could feel a terrific lecture coming on. I didn't mind the idea so much, but I didn't feel like being lectured to, and smell Vic's nose drops and look at old Spencer in his pajamas and bathrobe all at the same time. I really didn't. I don't know. I guess you could close your eyes and like, you know, hold your nose, but I don't think Spencer would be happy to see you talking to him like that. But dude, you gotta like these are like random things that he like complains about that are like he's kind of being a bitchy cunts. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, yeah, well, if you're so upset about it, upset about seeing an old man in his pajama, why did you even come here? Why did you even visit him? I mean, he's an old man, you know that. It started alright. What's the matter with you, boy? Old Spencer said. He said it pretty tough, too, for him. How many subjects did you carry this term? I guess it means like how many subjects did he pass? I'm not sure. It could mean that how many subjects did he enrolled in, how many courses, right? Oh, okay. I guess it does mean like how many he enrolled in. 5, sir. 5, and how many are you failing in? 4. I moved my ass a little bit on the bed. It was the hardest bed I ever sat on. I passed English all right, I said, because I had all that Beowulf and Lord Randall, my son, stuff when I was at the Wootton School. Okay. Alright, what is this? What is Beowulf and what was this? Lord Randall is an Anglo-Scottish border ballad. Okay, it's a ballad. I see. What is this? Well, it seems that this is also AI generated. Okay. Alright, I guess that's what these are. It's just like some old folk ballad stuff, some old shitty literature. I don't know. Fucking alright, let's just get on with it. I mean, I didn't have to do any work in English at all hardly, except write compositions once in a while. He wasn't even listening. He hardly ever listened to you when you said something. I flunked you in history because you knew absolutely nothing. I know. Wow, that's quite tough. I know that, sir. Boy, I know it. You couldn't help it. Absolutely nothing, he said over again. I mean, at the very least, he knew about this, like, Beowulf and like whatever, right? That's technically part of history. I mean, I don't know what that is. Like, hell, I'd say so far Holden is better him than I so far. He said over again. That's something that drives me crazy. When people say something twice that way after you admit it the first time, then he said it 3 times. But absolutely nothing. I doubt very much if you opened your textbook even once the whole term, did you? Tell the truth, boy. Well, I sort of glanced through it a couple of times, I told him. I didn't want to hurt his feeling. He was mad about history. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, apply yourself, right? You said it yourself, you know. If you don't even want to look at your damn book, then how are you applying yourself? You glanced through it, eh? He said, very sarcastically. Your exam paper is over there on top of my chiffonier. How do you say this word? It's a cabinet. Okay, whatever. It's a cabinet. How do you say it? Hold on.
Chiffonier.
Close enough. Alright, chiffonier on top of the pile. Bring it here, please. It was a very dirty trick, but I went over and brought it over to him. I didn't have any alternative or anything. I guess you could just fucking straight up fuck off and leave, but I guess that would be quite rude. Then I sat down on his cement bed again. He keeps complaining about his bed being like hard. It's like I know it already, dude. You said it like 3 times already. I thought you said that you hate it when people say the same thing more than once. Like, what's up with that? You're sort of being a bitch again. Like, boy, you can't imagine how sorry I was getting that. I'd stop by to say goodbye. Wait, what? Boy, you can't imagine how sorry I was getting that. I would stop by to say goodbye to him. Okay. I think, okay, so this part, the first part, I think he's saying that he felt sorry when he got that exam paper, you know, the one that I assume he failed in. I would stop by to to get, I don't know this last part. This last part, it trumps me, it stumps me. I don't know what it's trying to say. He started handling my exam paper like it was a turd or something. Like it was a turd or something. We studied the Egyptians from November 4th to December. Okay, well, first of all, if he handled it like a turd, he probably wouldn't like even want to touch it, right? He probably like he used his like index and thumb to like pick it up barely just by the corner. It's not looking at it. That's how I imagined it. Give it a smell. Ugh. Like that. We studied the Egyptians from November 4th to December 2nd, he said. You chose to write about them for the optional essay question. Would you care to hear what you had to say? No, sir, not very much. He read it anyway, though. I mean, it's your own work. You wrote it yourself. You can't stop a teacher when they say you want to do something. They just do it. The Egyptians were an ancient race of Caucasians, are they? I'm not sure. Residing in one of the northern sections of Africa. The latter, as we all know, is the largest continent in the... Okay. Yeah, that's the Eastern Hemisphere. What the hell is that? The Eastern Hemisphere is the half of the... Okay. Oh, I guess it is in the Eastern Hemisphere. Fuck. Well, I guess I'm the joker here. I don't even know that. I had to sit there and listen to that crap. It certainly was a dirty trick. The Egyptians are extremely interesting to us today for various reasons. Modern science would still like to know what the secret ingredients were that the Egyptians used when they wrapped up dead people so that their faces would not rot for innumerable centuries. This interesting riddle is still quite a challenge to modern science in the 20th century. He stopped reading and put my paper down. I was beginning to sort of hate him. Okay, well, alright. I read this part. I'm not entirely sure what is like the what it's trying to say. What's so wrong about this? I guess they already figured out how they mummified people, but well, I don't know. Like, is this what's the thing that Spencer is finding to be like fucked? I don't get it. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Oh, your essay, shall we say, ends there. Okay, I thought he only read like a part of it. Okay, I was wondering, okay, well, what seems to be the problem? It seems mostly fine so far. Oh, it says that's it, that's the entire thing, okay. My oh my, okay. He said it in his very sarcastic voice. You wouldn't think that such an old guy would be so sarcastic and all. However, you dropped me a little note at the bottom of the page. He said, what did he say? I know I did. I said it very fast because I wanted to stop him before he started reading that out loud, but you couldn't stop him. He was hot as a firecracker. Well, yeah, obviously, he's gonna read the end. It's your addendum, dude. It's your epilogue to your wonderful essay. Dear Mr. Spencer, he read out loud, that is all I know about the Egyptians. I can't seem to get very interested in them, although your lectures are very interesting. It is all right with me if you flunk me, though as I am flunking everything else except English anyways. Respectfully yours, Holden Caulfield. Okay, well, at least he had a bit of self-awareness, I think he himself knows that he deserves to be flunked. He put my goddamn paper down, then looked at me like he just beaten the hell out of me in ping pong or something. I don't think I'll ever forgive him for reading me that crap out loud. I mean, dude, Holden, you're so fucking vengeful, dude. You're such a, spiteful little cunt. I don't know. All he did is read out what you had written out. And it's not even just to like shame you publicly. There is no publicly in this situation. He just read it to you personally. Like if he had read it in front of the class or something, I can understand a bit more. But I mean, it's a down to earth, man to man, I guess man to boy, but still, it's a down to earth, one to one conversation. He's just trying to show you how you basically don't give a shit about like his class and whatever. It's just reality, dude. I mean, you can hate him for that. You can never forgive him for it, but and whatever. But I don't know. Humble yourself. Don't be such a cunt sometimes. I wouldn't have read it out loud to him if he had written it. I really wouldn't. In the first place, I would only In the first place, I had only written that damn note so that he wouldn't feel so bad about flunking me. Do you blame me for flunking you, boy? He said. No, sir, I certainly don't. I said, I wish to hell he'd stop calling me boy all the time. But I mean, you say it. You say it often. Like, what do you want? It's like that. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but like that one episode from Boondocks that was based on that one teacher who called one of his students the N-word, but it's because that student himself says the N-word often. So like, I mean, and I'm not comparing boy to the N-word. Obviously, it's like two very different things. But hey, to what's that old phrase? To hoist him by his petard, is that what you say? Hold on, I want to search it up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, close enough. To hoist with his own petard. Okay. There we go. He tried chucking my exam paper on the bed when he was through with it. Only he missed again, naturally. I had to get up again and pick it up and put it on top of the Atlantic Monthly. It's boring to do that every 2 minutes. That's fair. I mean, he can just like put it on his lap or whatever, put it on the side. But I guess he treats your exam paper like a piece of turd. So I don't know. Strange that he tried doing that. I would not want to put a piece of turd on my bed. Just saying. What would you do? What would you have done in my place? He said. Tell the truth. Well, you could see he really felt pretty lousy about flunking me. So I shot the bull for... I don't... he's saying all these like... goddamn outlook. He said, shot the bull. He's pulling out all these like idioms that I don't understand. Goddamn it. To talk informally about unimportant things. Okay. So I shot the bull for a while. I told him I was a real moron and all that stuff. I told him how I would have done exactly the same thing if I had been in his place, and how most people didn't appreciate how tough it is being a teacher, that kind of stuff, the old bull. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess shot the bull as in like bullshit. Alright, I see. The funny thing is, though, I was sort of thinking of something else while I shot the bull. I live in New York, and I was thinking about the lagoon in Central Park, down near Central Park South. Okay, but why is it like, what is it going on about this like random tangent? I don't get it. I was wondering if it would be frozen over when I got home, and if it was, where did the ducks go? Probably fucked off somewhere else. That's what I would imagine. I was wondering where the ducks went when the lagoon got all icy and frozen over. I wonder if some guy came in a truck and took them away to a zoo or something, or if they just flew away. I think they just fly away, right? It's I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm lucky though. I mean, I could shoot the old bull to old Spencer and think about those ducks at the same time. It's funny. You don't have to think too hard when you talk to a teacher. Shit. Okay. I've definitely had a few teachers and mentors in my time where I'll say this: talking to them is like going through a minefield. So I don't think just simply I can't shoot the old bull. I'm sorry to say that it's just simply not an option for me, at least in those cases. All of a sudden, though, he interrupted me while I was shooting the bull. He was always interrupting you. How do you feel about all this, boy? I'll be very interested to know. Very interested. You mean about my flunking out of Pansy and all? I said. I sort of wished he'd cover up his bumpy chest. It wasn't a beautiful... Dude, Holden, shut up. Just... Yeah, no, you don't like it. You said it like... How many times has he complained over the course of this bullshit? Over the course of this bull. That he... he has complained about the bed being, like, hard. He has complained about him nodding. He has complained about him picking his nose, which I guess that's more of a fair complaint. He complained about his chest being bumpy. He complained about he having to, like, fucking pick up his, like, whatever and put it onto his bed, which then he will complain about it being hard again. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Shut up. Like, I get it. You only have to say it once. If I'm not mistaken, I believe you also had some difficulty at the Wutan... What sort of fucking name is this, by the way? Wutan School. And at Elkton Hills. Is it an actual school? Wutan School. Okay, it's not a real school. Okay. Sounds like a bullshit name. Sounds like a name that I would, like, make up to, like, make fun of something else. He didn't say it just sarcastic, but sort of nasty, too. I didn't have too much difficulty at Elkton Hills, I told him. I didn't exactly flunk out or anything. I just quit, sort of. Why? I don't get it. Oh, there you go. Why, may I ask? There. Alright, nice. That's one thing I like about this book. A lot of the time I ask a question, it gives me an answer. I hate it when, like, books just sort of, like, leave something and I never get a fucking answer to it. I hate that. Why? Oh, well, it's a long story, sir. I mean, it's pretty complicated. I didn't feel like going into the whole thing with him. He wouldn't have understood it anyways. It wasn't up his alley at all. One of the biggest reasons I left Elkton Hills was because I was surrounded by phonies, that's all. They were coming in the goddamn window. For instance, they had this headmaster, Mr. Haas. That was the phoniest bastard I ever met in my entire life. 10 times worse than old Thurber. Jesus Christ, how phony is he? Well, 10 times worse than Peter Griffin.
10 times worse than Peter Griffin.
10 times worse than old Thurber, I say. On Sundays, for instance, old Haas went around shaking his hands with everybody's parents when they drove up to school. He'd be charming as hell and all, except if some boy and little old funny-looking parents. Except if some boy had little old funny-looking parents. You should have seen the way he did with my roommate's parents. I mean, if a boy's mother was sort of fat or corny looking or something, and if somebody's father was one of those guys that wear those suits with very big shoulders and corny black and white shoes, then old Haas, he misspelled, is it Haas or Hans? Both of them are actual, like, surnames. Would just shake hands with them and give them a phony smile, then he'd go talk. Maybe for half an hour with somebody else's parents. I can't stand that sort of stuff. Well, is he talking to someone else's parents about them? About, like, shitting on them, essentially? Motherfucker, not now!